Hello everyone. This is OdesMay. Welcome back to my channel. If you're subscribed and if you're yet to subscribe, please just click on the subscribe button, like, comment, share my videos, and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you again. So it is story time with OdesMay, and today's story is titled The Changes in Ulo. The changes in Ulo. So it's story time. If I hear pin, you will hear me. Alright, story. Once upon a time in a certain town, a long time ago, there was this struggling single mother, struggling to raise her only young child and working double shifts. It was so hard for her that she had to make a very difficult decision to take a young child to live with her mom, that's Ulo's grandmother, in the village, so she can have time to get herself together. And when she does get herself together, she will go pick up Ulo from her mom. And so she took Ulo, her only child, a young girl, to the village to stay with her grandma. And then she went back to the city to get her life back together. Ulo stayed with her grandmom. Grandmom taught her everything that she needs to know. Grandma did her best, just the same way she raised Ulo's mother. And Ulo started growing up so beautifully that there were so many changes in her, and it was time for grandmother to teach her about the changes she's experiencing as an adolescent. And so she had to teach her about the monthly flow, the menstrual cycle, and how to manage her monthly period. The only thing grandma knows was to use rags for her monthly period. And so that was what she taught Ulo. She taught Ulo to use rags for her monthly period and not the contemporary sanitary pad. That was what she knew, and that was what she taught Ulo. And so Ulo grew up and started using it just the way her grandma taught her to use it. And so Ulo's mom back in the city started doing well, picking up herself together pretty good, and then decided to go back to the village and pick up Ulo so she can have better education and exposure. So she went to the village, picked up Ulo to come live with her in the city. Ulo was so excited and told her mom everything grandma told her, including using rags for her monthly flow. Oh no, says Ulo's mom. Oh, that was not very hygienic. That was what they used in the days of old. And that things have changed. And that she's glad she has brought her to the city so she can teach her a more modern way of managing her monthly flow. And so her mother taught her to use sanitary pads and other things to have a healthy monthly period. Ulo was so happy that she had to experience both the olden days of managing a menstrual period and the modern day usage of sanitary pad. So she learned in both ways, and she was so excited. Ulo's mom was not angry or disappointed about Ulo using rags or anything. She knew very well that that was the exposure of her mom. At the time she was growing up, she used rags. But now Ulo's mom knows better. Ulo's mom knows better, so she's doing better. And the same goes to all mothers, all parents everywhere raising up children. They do the best they can based on their exposure. And so when the children grow up, they know better, then they do better. Every day we learn, every day things change. And so never be disappointed about the way you were raised or the way you were trained. That was the exposure your parents had. And so when you grow up, you know better, then you do better. All right, this is the end of my story. And if you believe anything I just said, wow, thunder.